Hi, I'm Cookie Masterson, and I am the face of the multi-billion-dollar industry that is humorous trivia. Playing alone, are we? Don't worry, I'm here. And our wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
the Alliance of Mole People for a Better America. Look, Mole Americans hate terrorism and love freedom just as much as human Americans. Trust us, we're not up to anything.
Pick the wrong answer associated with our sponsor to win a fabulous prize and big cash. Okay, let's see what happens.
Get ready, time for question 1.
Kicking things off, Candy Crushed. I can't stop playing Candy Crush. It's like heroin. At first it was great, but now I hate it and it's ruining my life. If Candy Crush really is like heroin, what should I play to wean myself off of it? Barbitol Crush Saga, Methadone Crush Saga. Methadone is used for, among other things, drug detox programs. Methadone isn't cheap, but it can't be more expensive than these $70,000 worth of app helpers I bought for Candy Crush. Thank God this game's free, otherwise can you imagine how much I would have spent by now?
Oh, Mama gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Tell you so.
Pucker up for Motley Shoe. And let's step into a this or dat. I'm going to read off 7 things, and for each one, tell me if it's a metal band from the 1980s and 90s or a style of women's boots. If it's a metal band, press the square button. If it's a style of women's boots, press the circle button. Cool, let's do it. Gladiator. Firehouse. Bondage. Cinderella. Wedge. It wasn't as good as a Cinderella concert, but really, what is? I'm no expert, but the best thing about women's boots is they make my ass look great.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
Take a good look at so many disgusting ways to be American.
It's the put the choices into order, then buzz in and see if you are right. Question.
You know the drill. If you get this one right, I'll send some extra cash your way. Put these movies in chronological order based on the time period they're set in, from earliest to latest. American Hustle, American Pie, American Psycho, Pie Psycho Hustle, Psycho Hustle Pie, Hustle Psycho Pie, or Pie Hustle Psycho. Huh? Now pay attention. American Hustle is set in the 70s, American Psycho is set in the 80s, and American Pie is set in the late 90s, early 2000s. The 70s, 90s, and 2000s. 3 different decades where Eugene Levy has played the exact same role. It's time for Remove the Stitches after 1001 Arabian Nights. What would be different about Aladdin's genie if he magically gave himself a genioplasty? He would have a bigger chin, he would have firmer breasts, he would have a genioplasty is a type of plastic surgery where the chin is augmented with an implant. Oh, I wish I had a genie.
Your wish is my command.
All I have is this lousy genie sound effect.
Your wish is my command.
5 fingers.
Coming up, Flab Roller. How might a professional bowler respond if someone were to ask him how he manages to stay in such wonderfully below-average shape? Rolling balls down a 28-foot lane is great for the beer gut. Rolling balls down a 63-foot lane keeps my back fat firm. Rolling balls down a regulation bowling lane is 63 feet long from the foul line to the pin deck. I consider bowling good exercise. I mean, sure, gravity and momentum do 90% of the work getting the ball down the lane, but that other 10%, that takes some real slight arm movement. That's the end of round 1. And surprisingly, you're doing pretty well. Keep in mind, all the prizes are doubled in round 2. And remember, keep an eye out for the wrong answer of the game. It's still out there. Well, no time like the present. May I introduce a 3-day getaway to beautiful Valhalla? Suppose Dante returns after his travels in the Divine Comedy and starts posting pictures to Facebook. What is he most likely to write about his second destination? Here's me in heaven, here's me in purgatory, here's me in hell, or here's me in Toledo. In the Divine Comedy, Dante's first stop is hell, and his third stop is heaven. And in between, his second stop is purgatory. It's funny to put pictures of purgatory on Facebook because endlessly scrolling through a Facebook feed full of vacation pics is actually what they make you do in purgatory.
Question 7. Get up and shake your monkey bang.
Next up, hey wig spender. Hold on, I'm just going over my credit card bill. Who the hell spent $400 at the wig shop?
I did, Dunny.
Billy O'Brien?
No, Daddy O'Brien.
One's made of skin, one's made of wood, so who's the dummy?
Not me.
Billy.
Daddy.
Betty, how could you spend so much on wigs?
I'm trying to get my hair just right. I want to resemble Audrey Hepburn. Oh, speaking of which, what hairstyle must I get in order to look like Audrey Hepburn in Breakfast at Tiffany's? A doufant, a page joy, a turn, or an updo? Audrey Hepburn famously had an updo in Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Well, Betty, I must say the pixie cut looks very good on you.
Oh, thank you. Why don't we go back to my place and mess around?
Billy, Betty, is your hair... is that moss?
Yes, it is.
That explains the smell.
Pretty alluring, is it not?
Follow me down to the sea.
This one's known as Gone with the Vin. Let's say all Vin Diesel movies can be put into 2 categories. Ones where his acting relies on grunting, or ones where his acting relies on sneering. What kind of chart should I use to find the movies where he both sneers and grunts? A Vin Diesel Venn diagram, a Vin Diesel Venn diagram, a Vin Diesel Venn diagram, or a Vin Diesel Van diagram? Venn diagrams, spelled V-E-N-N, feature circles that contain a set of data. In this case, where the circles overlap in the middle is where you'll find those awesome movies that have both grunting and sneering. And if there's one thing a Vin Diesel fan loves, it's using charts to analyze complicated data. Woohoo! I call this one Reduce, Reuse, Reheat. It seems like a lot of factories are going green these days. I don't like it. If there aren't plumes of smoke coming out of factory chimneys, then what are street urchins gonna choke on? Anyway, it got me wondering. If the Cheesecake Factory went completely green, what would be the only sauce they'd offer? Hollandaise sauce, chimichurri sauce, mole sauce, or bechamel sauce? Here's what you meant to pick. Made from parsley, the Argentinian sauce chimichurri has a bright green tint. And I like a lot of sauce on my cheesecake. Saucy cheesecake. No, mole is not your friend. But moles will be with this. T-shirts of a mole holding an American flag, just like the one you won from the Alliance of Mole People for a Better America. Blindly follow us to a better tomorrow. Today's wrong answer of the game is accompanied by an $8,000 cash bonus. Have at it. Here we have Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
known to reach over 20 feet tall. Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus? It was begging to be picked. The planet Uranus is way over 20 feet tall. I mean, it's at least 30 feet tall. Probably more. I don't know. I'd have to see it up close. Welcome to the... I see you don't need me for anything. It's all yours. Let's get Randy. Who's your Randy fella? Good luck. There you have it! We used to have a sound grip who worked for us named Randy. I wonder whatever happened to him.
I still work here, Cookie.
It's almost like I can feel his presence even though he's gone.
Cookie, I'm standing right in front of you.
Yes, Randy, yes you are. I miss you, big guy.
You don't know Jack!
Anton Jones was the greatest detective in the world.
I noticed a grey speck on your jacket, which could only have come from a quarry upstate. Gentlemen, the murderer is the mayor.
But after a terrible accident...
I'm afraid his body won't make it, but we can save his brainwaves.
The greatest mind in the world now resides in a pocket calculator.
Where am I? No!
And with the help of a friend, he'll crack the case and crunch some numbers.
Don't you see, John? There's no way his wife could have killed him.
That's great, but how much should I leave for this tip?
15% of $28.50 is,
From the producers of Tommy Gulch, Attorney Stripper, comes Calculator Jones, P.I.
Any last words, Calculator Jones? Boobs? Boobs.
Freeze! Police!
I'll be back on the street in no time.
Then I guess I'll calc you later.
Hey, this is Cookie, and I have bad news and good news. Bad news, my Meemaw passed away. The good news, I bought a slide whistle. Listen, don't worry. I find that most people enjoy playing alone. And our wrong answer of the game is sponsored by
Legal puppets. We've got lawyer puppets, judge puppets, grand jury puppets, bailiff puppets, and new for this season, assistant district attorney puppets. You won't object to our prices?
If you happen to find our sponsor's wrong answer of the game, you'll be rewarded with big prizes and cash. Okay, let's get this show on the road.
Get ready, time for question 1.
To get started, Elvis has left the building. So I've been thinking, the dog goes woof, the cat goes meow, ducks go quack, and fish go blub. But what does Guy Fawkes say? Ring ding ding, I discovered Florida. Wah pa pa pa, let's blow up Parliament. Hatee hatee hatee, I'm a Three Musketeer. Or fraka ka 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 ka, I investigate X-Files. Guy Fawkes is best known, besides being the face on those masks Anonymous wears, for trying to blow up Parliament in 1605. I'm considering blowing up KXCW Rock Radio if they don't stop playing What Does the Fox Say during my morning commute. Why are you still playing that song?
Oh, Mama, gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Say it so.
Here's one I like to call the Darjeeling Extremely Limited. And it's a whimsical this or that. I'm going to read off 7 items, and for each one, I want you to tell me if it's a character from a Wes Anderson film or a species of endangered tree. If it's a Wes Anderson character, press the square button. If it's an endangered tree, press the circle button. Okay, let's move. Royal Tenenbaum, St. Helena, Raleigh St. Clair, Pau Brazil, Osiri Draculius, Pagoda, Monkey Puzzle. Not bad, but it's going to take more than that to save the Monkey Puzzle tree. Endangered trees and Wes Anderson films. 2 things I pretend to care about to impress other people.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
Coming up next, Wreck-It Ralph is just a Hamlet ripoff. Which of these Disney animated films is very, 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 very loosely based on a story by Hans Christian Andersen? Tangled, Pinocchio, Frozen, or Lilo and Stitch? The correct answer is Frozen is loosely, and I mean loosely, based on the Hans Christian Andersen story, The Snow Queen, in that there is a snowy queen, and pretty much every other single thing in the story is completely different. So if you're a Hans Christian Andersen purist, let it go. Let it go! This is what you get when you let your conscience be your guide. And you know what else you get? This Southern lawyer puppet from Legal Puppets. If you can tell the difference between our puppets and an actual lawyer, your next puppet is free. This wrong answer of the game has netted you an extra $4,000. Congratulations. This one's called Et tu, Mysteriously Floating Knife? What would be most appropriate for Julius Caesar to say after fighting and defeating the Invisible Man? Veni vidi vici, veni vici, vidi vici, or veni vidi? Veni vidi vici is Latin for I came, I saw, I conquered. So if Julius Caesar defeated the Invisible Man, why I have no idea, he would most likely omit the I saw portion. I would think fighting the Invisible Man would be a Pyrrhic victory, because with that much blind groping you're bound to repeatedly grab genitals.
5 fingers.
Next, I can't hockey mask the pain. Let's say a proud hockey mom is giving birth to a future goalie right this second. If it's a traditional between-the-legs birth, in hockey terms, where is the doctor receiving that baby when he or she comes out? In the mom's 1 hole, in the mom's 2 hole, in the mom's 4 hole, or in the mom's 5 hole? In hockey, the space between a goalie's legs is called the 5 hole. And if you give birth to a hockey player, you're always guaranteed tickets in the C-section. That's the end of a thrilling first round, and you've got a decent score there. Don't screw it up. Keep in mind, in round 2, everything is worth twice as much. Okay, let's see what's next. Why not try holla to me, not at me? Yo, I'm gonna hook you up with another question. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I study entomology. Yes, I study kinesiology. Yes, I study pneumatics. Or yes, I study linguistics. Linguistics is the study of language. Or as I like to call it, the study of word noises that have brain meanings. But that's just me. I'm a talk-gooder. I happen to be something of a student of linguistics. It's how I became fluent in High Elvish.
Question 7. Get up and shake your monkey bang.
Say hello to Quick Quirky Quiz with Quips and Quacks. What does the Q in NASDAQ stand for? Quotations, quantifiers, quotient, or choir? Get out of here! Seriously, get out of here. Where's that confounded right answer? The Q in NASDAQ stands for quotations. So taking what the other letters mean, NASDAQ stands for... You know what? No one gives a shit. Next question. Oh wait, I promised to quack. There you go.
Follow me down to the sea.
Here's one for you. It's too cold for hot fuzz. Where can you see Simon Pegg in Winnipeg? A screening of Shaun of the Dead in Saskatchewan? A screening of Mission Impossible? Winnipeg, sometimes affectionately referred to as the Peg, is the largest city in Manitoba, Canada. And you'll also see Frost on the ground there. Nick Frost. He's clumsy. Up next, stand up for your rights. Let's say Louis C.K. has a son named Louis, and he has a son named Louis, and so forth, until they've established a dynasty of stand-up comedians named Louis. Which one would you expect to be attacked by an audience revolt and beheaded on stage? Louis C.K. the 14th, Louis C.K. the 15th, Louis C.K. the 17th, or Louis C.K. the 16th?
Oh, that was nice.
Let me show you something. Louis XVI was captured during the French Revolution and beheaded. The other Louis died of natural causes like old age. But right before Louis XVI got his head chopped off, he did a great bit about how his 5-year-old is a jerk. I'll miss him. And now, Ancient Farmville. Hey, help me finish this song. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had some Chinese pandas, E-I-E-I-O. Australian kangaroos, E-I-E-I-O. Indian elephants, E-I-E-I-O. Or Mexican jaguars, E-I-E-I-O. Watch your clock. E-I-E-I. No. This would have worked. The Olmecs were an ancient Mexican civilization known for their sculptures of giant stone heads. And I don't know how old MacDonald farmed jaguars. I've been milking this one all day, and all I've gotten is 1 cup of milk. I think that's milk. Step right up to the Jack Attack. Oh, you know all about the attack. Lovely. Here's your clue. I loved you as Nebuchadnezzar. What Bible character did I love these people as? That's the game! And say what you want about the Old Testament pharaohs, but I've learned a lot from them on how to motivate employees. Get back to work, morons! What? Man, why are all these frogs falling from our ceiling? Come on, is somebody gonna fix this damn frog leak?
You don't know Jack!
I just showered, but I still smell kind of funky.
Did you remember to clean your entire body?
Well, I mean, I tried, but there are so many body parts to remember.
That's why you need the shower list.
Shower list?
A helpful list of all your body parts that need to be cleaned.
It's just a little piece of paper.
Yes, but it's waterproof.
So I can take it in the shower. Let's see, I washed that, I washed those. Okay, yeah, I forgot my butt.
Use the shower list and never forget to wash your butt or any other part of your body ever again.
Thanks.
Don't thank me, thank Shower List.
Thanks, Shower List. Now, could you get out of my shower?
Ooh, yeah, sorry. I'm just passionate about the product. Hi, I'm Cookie Masterson, and nobody's spoiled That's So Raven for me. I'm halfway through it. Couldn't find a partner? Gee, it's kind of like a metaphor. Do you know what that means? And today's wrong answer of the game is being brought to you by
1 a month vitamins. Our slow release formula means you get all the vitamins you need for 1 whole month in one huge f***ing pill.
Sniff out our sponsor's wrong answer of the game and you'll end up with a great prize and serious cash. All right, here goes nothing.
Get ready, time for question 1.
Okay, to get things started, Tweedledee and Tweedledead. So, I'm afraid I have some sad news. Last night, our newest intern, Freddy, got food poisoning from some bad oysters. The doctors did everything they could, but, he's no longer with us. Like my former intern Freddy, which of these Alice in Wonderland characters is most likely to have an obituary that reads, ate some bad oysters? The Queen of Hearts, the March Hare, the Mock Turtle, or the Walrus, and or the Carpenter? Off with this answer's head! Oh, honestly. In Through the Looking Glass, the Walrus and the Carpenter trick some unsuspecting oysters into following them down the beach so they can gobble them all up. Which is not very nice. Why can't we all just be nice to each other? If Freddy were here with us today, he'd agree.
Cookie, Freddy's not dead. They said he's gonna be fine.
What? Then why isn't he at work? When he comes back, fire that motherfucker. How about, look at those pearly whats? What dental product could a beaver purchase that would really bring out the color of its front teeth? Crest 3D black strips, Listerine oranging pre-brush rinse, Arm & Hammer advanced green toothpaste, or Oral-B Pro Blue electric toothbrush? Time is short. What a pity. Here's what a right answer looks like. Beavers have orange front teeth. See, what's attractive to humans may not be attractive to all animals. We might prefer light brown teeth like the ones I have, but that's actually very rare in the animal kingdom.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
Open wide for The Truthiness Shall Set You Free. And it's a late night this or that. I'm going to read off 7 titles, and for each one, you tell me if it's part of a typical Catholic Mass or a recurring segment on the Colbert Report. If it's Catholic Mass, press the square button. If it's the Colbert Report, press the circle button. Alrighty then, here it comes. The Collect. The Word. Smackdown. Washing the hands. Fraction of the host. Tip of the hat. Wag. A tone phone. Not great. Say 10 Hail Marys. Christianity and Stephen Colbert. 2 things given their start by a nice Jewish man. Take a stab at, I need to have my lungs retouched. Which photo description of Instagram would accurately describe the last pack of cigarettes before filters became commonplace? Cigarettes from the 1920s, hashtag no filter. Cigarettes from the 1940s, hashtag no filter. Cigarettes from the 1960s, hashtag no filter. Or cigarettes from the 1980s, hashtag no filter. Surgeon General's warning, choosing the wrong answer is dangerous to your score. 1 right answer coming up. Due to negative reports published on the adverse effects of cigarettes, cigarette filters started flooding the markets in the 1950s. And thank God, because those things used to be dangerous. 5 fingers! And on its way, C is for, well, you know the rest. If instead of a cookie jar, Sesame Street's Cookie Monster accidentally stuck his hand into a canopic jar, what might you hear him exclaim?
Me think me just grabbed fossilized poo. Me feel human organs in here. Me not sure, but me think me just released a ghost.
Or,
ah! Me hand is on fire!
Canopic jars were used in ancient Egypt to store and preserve the internal organs removed from human corpses during the mummification process. And with his impulse control problems, you know Cookie Monster downed a couple of livers before he noticed something wrong. That'll wrap up round 1, and it looks like you might be getting the hang of this. Don't forget, all the questions in round 2 are worth double. Let's see what's in store. Try this on for size. Fame and misfortune. You're not going to believe this. On speakerphone, I have famed actor Sylvester Stallone. Can you hear me, Mr. Stallone? Hello? Wait, what happened?
Whoopsie, that's not the radio.
Old man, did you just hang up on Sylvester Stallone?
Oh, hi, Corky. I'm glad you're here. I'm having some trouble remembering something.
What's that thing? Who's that fella? Where's that scroody-up-doodly-doo? It's Foggy Facts with Old Man.
Scroody-up-doo, I forget.
All right, old man. What are you having trouble remembering this time?
Well, it was a vacation I took a long time ago. It was this tiny little place next to the sea. I lost my retirement fund in their fancy casino. I almost got run over by a race car. And that pretty girl from the Hitchcock movies was there. Where in the heck was I?
Is it Corsica, Montenegro, Saint-Tropez, or Monaco? Does Monaco ring a bell?
Hot dog, that's it. I'm sorry for hanging up the phone on your celebrity friend, Corky, but I want to make it up to you. I have Mr. Burt Reynolds in the hallway. Hey, Burt, come on in.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, Burt Reynolds. Yeah, old man, that's the crazy pigeon lady from the park.
Hey, look, Corky, take it easy on him. Life after Hollywood ain't easy.
Question 7. Get up and shake your monkey bang.
Here's one I like to call, Ken's got a great car, but no genitalia. What would a Matryoshka Barbie doll look like? A Barbie with a head that bobbles around, a furry Barbie, a life-sized inflatable Barbie, or a Barbie inside a bigger Barbie inside a bigger Barbie? A Matryoshka doll, sometimes known as a Russian nesting doll, is a series of progressively smaller dolls placed inside each other. And you know what that means? More outfits!
Follow me down to the sea.
Coming up, to solve this riddle, you must be pet smart. Because of the animals it shares body parts with, which of these food brands definitely would not appeal to a Sphinx? Fancy Feast cat food, KD birdseed, Purina dog chow, or McDonald's human food?
Uh-oh.
It's so obvious. Sphinxes are part human, part lion, and sometimes part bird, but never part canine. As a result, they mouth off, claw up the furniture, and sometimes think their reflection is another Sphinx. Up next, the Kitty Pride Parade. Back when I heard that Juno star Ellen Page came out, it got me thinking. Let's say the Roman goddess Juno also decided to come out of the closet. What might you hear her tell her husband? Sorry, Zeus, I like women. Sorry, Poseidon, guys just aren't my thing. Sorry, Saturn, nothing beats a lady. Or sorry, Jupiter, I'm done with dudes. Jupiter was the king of the Roman gods, along with his queen, Juno. Of course, all the other gods would pretend to be surprised, even though it's been obvious for years. Take a good look at Curl It Like Whoever is the David Beckham of curling. What's the best way to tell people the name of your curling team? Ice Ice Babies is my curling panel. Total Ice Holes is my curling rink. Ice Guys Finish Last is my curling cleag. Or Ice Wide Shut is my curling tram. Rink is another name for curling team. Another name for a curling team is a curling who gives a shit. Brace yourself for the attack. Well, don't mind me then. Here's your clue. Just duet already. You two collaborated on what famous duet? What? I've actually been recording a duet with Old Man. Here's a snippet. You are my rock.
You are my rock.
You are my shooting star.
Shooting star.
Whenever I need you,
Whenever I need you,
you're never far.
You're never far.
Old Man, I love you.
Yeah.
You don't know Jack!
Come on down to Barbecue Street all week for some great deals on food and fixins'. Mondays, it's 25% off Buffalo Blasted Chicken Wings. Tuesdays, it's 50% off whatever Buffalo Blasted Chicken Wings are left over from Monday. Wednesday, we've got 10% off our famous Dry Spice Ribs. But make sure to come back on Thursday for 60% off a sampler platter of Monday's leftover Buffalo Blasted Chicken Wings and Wednesday's Dry Spice Ribs. Fridays, we kick things up a notch when you can get a free order of Buffalo Blasted Chicken Wings and Dry Spiced Rib Soup just for walking in the door. And you're not going to want to miss Saturdays when we'll give you $10 just to take some of these rotten chicken wings and ribs out of here. You don't even have to eat them, you just have to take them with you. Sundays we're closed to hose the place down. Barbecue Street. You're probably going to want to come in on Monday.